Hey guys, welcome back to Mo's Game Table. Today is the third and final video in this series on the World of War 85 Kickstarter from Lock and Load Publishing. This one we're going to take a look at the Solitaire Assistant, or the Solo Assistant as it's called here, and this is compatible with both World of War 85 and Nations at War. If you've played Lock and Load Tactical and used the Solo Assistant there, you're going to be familiar with how this is going to work. It's very similar. It's all based on Academy Games' Solitaire AI system for their Conflict of Heroes series. So let's take a look at the back of the box and see what this is all about. The Solo Assistant, hereafter SA, is a solo game assistant designed for fans of the World at War 85 and Nations at War series of games. This system will allow players to take most scenarios from any World at War 85 game or battle generator or Nations at War game and play them solo, where the choices for the player's opponent are made by the Solo Game Assistant system. Though there may still be judgment calls needed by you from time to time, SA is built to minimize those situations. In any case, both World of War 85 and Nations at War are already solitaire friendly due to the nature of the formation activation systems in each game. SA adds another level of friendliness where it can assist you in making decisions as to what actions the component units of an enemy formation will take. Playing the SA system simulates playing against an opponent. You select a side in the scenario to play, and the SA's artificial enemy opponent, the AEO, plays the other side. The AEO can play both offensive and defensive combat actions against you. The AEO conducts its actions by drawing an orders card from a deck of same provided in SA. You progress through the orders listed on the orders card to find the action the AEO takes. Play between you, the player, and the AEO progresses through formation impulses and turns until either one side achieves the victory conditions or the game ends and victory is then evaluated. And you must have World of War 85 or Nations at War game to play this. It comes with 66 cards, a full color manual, and one 8.5 by 11 player aid. It is for one player, 1 to 4 hour playing time. Solitaire playability obviously is a 10. Complexity is a 3. So let's take a look inside and see what you get. And we get our cards, our player aid, and our module rules. So let's take a closer look at all the components. We'll start off by taking a look at the module rules for this. This is going to explain to you how to use the system, and it'll make more sense if we take a look inside this first. It's a 28-page book. It'll give you your introduction, rules reference, general concepts for solo play, getting started, how to play your SA, and then the AEO operation summary, orders, action markers, and then ending the game, and then optional rules. And then there is a walkthrough, solo system walkthrough. So the rules actually start on page 3 to go to 15, so only 12 pages of rules. Again, big type, so not really information dense to understand. And there are illustrated examples at the back. There is a walkthrough that will show you the whole thing. And you have your introduction, rules reference, how to play solo. There's a couple different ways you could do this. You can choose an order card for the formation and evaluate each unit stack in the formation versus the same orders card, which is recommended, or you can choose an order card for each unit or stack in the formation as you attempt its action. A unit or stack should complete its action before the next unit or stack of the formation chooses an order card. And here there is a designer's note that says we recommend method 1, but we'll show you method 2 in the walkthrough later in the rules to show you more cards for the sake of teaching. I prefer method 1 in play because a single orders card tends to express similar intent of a formation of units, and so the actions of each unit or stack will vary by the unit type and capability and distance from the enemy, but generally be the same for the same distance from the enemy your gun line can fire. But again, this is really more of a guide than it is a locked-in system. It says here, feel free to make use of the system in whatever way you desire. So you can play it as close to the rules or as loose with the rules as you want. You can use the order cards, pretty simple, just say, oh yeah, this is a good idea, they should do that. Or yeah, let's just play this strictly by the rules. It's up to you how you want to play. Then you have scenarios, deciding for the AEO unit definition, and then activation, determining posture, because you're going to have offensive or defensive posture. You'll see it at the bottom of the cards. These icons here, we have 2 of the cards right here. This is a defensive action, and this is offensive action, or posture. So that will tell you the type of cards that you're going to be used based on the posture. Then you have creating the AEO orders deck, anatomy of an AEO orders card, and there's the anatomy of it here. You're going to have priority and then secondary. Your priority is going to start off with your red, then your yellow and blue. Blue is going to be like your tertiary. That's really not going to be on every card. So that's your least desirable option. You're going to want to try to go for red and then yellow and then if available blue. Then you have your initiative phase, marker removal, PL operations, AEO off-board artillery and fire missions, order cards and actions for the AEO, evaluating order cards. Then this is the explanation we were just talking about: priority red, priority yellow, priority blue. And it says here for priority red, an AEO unit within point blank range of a player unit of any type will attempt to perform those orders first. AEO unit must legally be able to perform the action. Then when you get down to yellow, it says AEO units within effective range of a player unit will attempt to perform that action. So if you're not in point blank range, you're in effective range, you're going to use yellow. And then priority blue, orders do not always exist. An AEO unit within long range of a PL unit of any type will attempt to perform those orders first. So based on your range is how you're going to choose which order you're going to use, but also it depends on if that blue is on that card. Then we have special orders, execute counteractions, and execute victory conditions. We get to the orders portion here: action markers, optional rules, and ending your game, and then a reshuffle event. Then we have the Solo Assistant walkthrough, which is going to walk you through with illustrated examples how to use the Solo Assistant with World at War 85. And we have the AE order for the M1 Abrams, Headquarters Infantry and Dragon ATGM, then a walkthrough of the offboard artillery step. And then we have developer's notes here at the end of the book. And then we have the glossary for the Solo Assistants. That way, when you're looking through, if any of the terms throw you off, you can easily look it up here. And then we're at the credits and the back of the book. Now we'll take a look at a couple of the cards. If you've played any of the solitaire assistants before from Academy or Lock and Load, you're going to be familiar with this. You have your priority and secondary, and within the priority itself, you're going to have priorities, and it's all going to be based on range band. If you're point blank, it's going to be red. If you're normal, it's going to be yellow. If you're in extended range, it's going to be blue. And if you can't do any of these, then you will follow through down the card into the secondary actions. And then this is an offensive posture card, and it does not have the blue icon like we were talking about before. Not every card will have the blue option. And we'll take a look at the play rate that comes with the game. This gives you the execute counteractions, defensive posture or offensive posture, and execute victory conditions on the front. Then on the back, we have the sequence of play, how to read the priorities on the card, as well as the anatomy of a card. And that is a look at everything you get inside of the Solo Assistant for World at War 85 and Nations at War. This was part of the World at War 85 Kickstarter from Lock and Load, and it is actually on its way out to backers now. There are still backers who have not received it. Most people have, but I know that there are still some in transit. So when you receive your package, this is what you'll get. Those who did not jump on the Kickstarter, you can order this through Lock and Load's website once it's available at retail, and you can use it, like I said, for World at War 85 or Nations at War. I've used the Lock and Load Tactical Solo Assistant. It looks like this is very, very similar to that. I generally prefer to play solitaire both sides because I don't really have a problem splitting my mind between the two sides. I like to let the narrative unfold. However, there are times when I'm just like, you know what, I just feel like playing a scenario as this side or the other side, and I will take out the Solo Assistant and I will play with the AEO to give me a challenge and also to kind of offload some of the decisions for me onto the AI and let them just decide what they're going to shoot at. And they throw you curveballs sometimes. You're expecting, I would look at a scenario on a map and say, oh, I would attack this or I would attack that. And then the AEO says, no, I'm attacking this. Oh, I forgot I had that guy there. That's not a good space to be. And then I lose somebody and then I'm hating the AI. It definitely can work very well to throw some curveballs at you and make things interesting. Well, I hope that helps you guys out if you'd be curious about this one. If you have any comments or questions, post them down below. Thanks for tuning in, guys. See you next time.